All right, we are back. Another week, another opportunity. It's the last trading week of June. Looking at the economic news calendar, we have no news until Tuesday. And for the United States dollar, that'll be Wednesday and Thursday, unemployment and NFP. So you could see some consolidation heading up into non-farm payroll and unemployment rate. Uh, the Fed chair is supposed to be speaking on Wednesday. I don't think that's too big of a deal either. So, and we also have ISM manufacturing purchasing managers index. Um, so we have those 2 days as eyes on when we could see some volatility. Looking into the markets again, this is the last week of June and also the last week of the second quarter. So if we look at a quarterly chart, we'll see that this is what we have. Well, we actually have one more day, a couple more, a day and a half of this candle till this candle closes. And what we're seeing right now is that run into this area here. Want to see if we still respect the mean threshold of this imbalanced area. And as you can see, we're already at that midpoint of this middle of the box, indicating the fair value area. So if price continues to respect this level or closes below this level, this is a good sign for next quarter's anticipating next quarter's trading to be lower. We look at how the monthly candle has been forming so far. We do have one more target of 101.97 that I would like to see price trade into to end the month. But we could get it for at the open of July and then see that trade lower and then start to see that shift lower to the downside start to occur. So we want to see how this price behave when it gets to this level. You see that that quarterly fair value gap also includes this monthly fair value gap inside of here. So we could see some like strong movement away from this area once we do trade into it, if the dollar is still bearish. If we go and look at bonds, the bond market, to give us an idea of what we could expect, we're looking at, you see that for the last couple of months there have been no real price action, no real directional trading in the candle displaying in the candlesticks for this quarter. So we're basically going to have an inside candle for this quarter, or we won't have an inside candle. As you can see, that price did take out previous quarter's low, but we are closing inside of the range of the first quarter's trading. So that is an indication that we are consolidating, could possibly get a run. It is hard to anticipate right now where bond prices could be going. We do have some S&T that will show up once I go to the other bond markets to show what has been happening. But I know that we have the 10-year making this lower high, or we actually do have a trade below this low. So we have a trade below this low, and we we also have the 5-year not trading below that low right there, right? So we have consolidation. We have a low being taken in the 10-year, the low not being taken in the 30-year, and we have the low being taken in the 5-year. But the 30-year is also not showing any displacement higher, which leads me to believe that this SMT will not hold up, and we will see price seek these lows to the downside. And so because the 30-year has not taken this low, we will be anticipating the 30-year to take this low. So we will be expecting possibly a run below here and then a trade higher, or a fast move through these lows, continue to trade lower down into maybe this area in here. So yeah, this is the last gap in which price found some support. We also have this area. So these are quarterly targets, but we could possibly see the market come down into these areas. But for a short-term bias, I want to see the market come below these lows once again. Again, we couldn't find no strength to displace back above these highs, and so I want to see whether price is going to continue to respect that and come higher. But with bond prices coming lower, coming down, that would, if the market was coupled, because you do have the dollar moving in sync with the bond prices, when that typically does not happen, you usually see the bond prices going higher and the dollar coming lower. They have a negative relationship. So with the dollar moving in tandem with bond prices, we know that some manipulation is going on, and so we want to wait for that manipulation to be over with and then start to see the relationship get back in sync with one another. We have government bonds are starting to trade lower, or the yields. The yield is typically what the dollar follows. So when we see that the yield is rising, we'll see that the strength of the dollar should be rising. When the yield is falling, we'll see that the strength of the dollar should be falling. So as of right now, it seems that the yields are in consolidation. We got a slight retracement in the 10-year, and the 30-year is selling off after running its all-time highs. We want to see if we can get some bounce this week in the yields. Already ran sell side liquidity. So I want to see the yields start to get back, start to trade higher again. In this area where we have fair value being respected, the bodies are closing inside the gap. So I want to see if price continues to respect this area and start to trade higher here at this previous quarter's level as well. So looking at bonds, the yields, again, the market is decoupled, so we don't really have a clear indication as to where the dollar could be going after it reaches that high. I would like to see some retracement coming off of that monthly level, just based on how bullish the dollar has been. But we'll know once it gets there. But for right now, 101.97 is the number that we're looking for going into the day. We have the market inside this fair value area, which is the daily. You see that the market has come down into this fair value area, is respecting the midpoint of this fair value area. And I want to see this fair value area be utilized as a reason for the run higher. Not saying that it couldn't come lower. We do have a volume imbalance here that it could possibly trade into an imbalance, but I want to see this fair value area. If the market is still a little bullish, use this as the reason for higher prices to get to this red line here, indicating that 101.97 level. So that is what we are looking for in the dollar. And with the dollar going higher, we anticipate at least some movement lower in Forex and commodities. we see that the market is consolidating in stocks. We check out NQ. We had an idea that the market would trade below these lows, or I mean above these highs rather, back to its all-time high, and we have not gotten that so far. Market still just moving. Moving on to the dollar index. Moving on to NASDAQ rather. Moving on to NASDAQ. Here we are in a pretty interesting point. Here at the end of the week and end of the month, end of the quarter, we look to a higher time frame to see how the monthly candle has printed so far. You'll see that this is a down close candle. I anticipated this candle to be a green candle. All is well though. We will be looking for, again, there's no indication that we are bearish just yet. You see on the monthly we are still bullish, and if we look on the quarterly, which gives us an even more indication that we could be bullish for the third quarter, is that we are just coming off of this down close candle. We have this area of fair value here that is being respected. You see the bodies are closing close to that midpoint, the middle of that midpoint line, and now we see that this run higher. So I'm expecting the third quarter to also open and give us a good run higher. But with this monthly candle closing, it just means this is a short retracement, and for the next expansion phase higher. So we will be looking for that. If we look on the weekly, we do see a little bit of consolidation. However, this weekly fair value gap is the area that is keeping us in a in this range, right, where we're finding support here in this range. So we want to see higher prices from here. Higher prices from this weekly fair value gap. Price continue to find support here at this level. Dropping down to the daily. So I want to see if we can make it through this level here. This volume imbalance that is currently in price, along with the fair value gap that is right above it, that sent price lower. Want to see if we can get through these areas here, find some support back inside, trading back into this fair value gap. And when we do, this will become an inversion. Either one of these areas, flip context, want to see them trade higher into that area, to use these as support to trade higher into these areas. So I want to see what today does. I would like for the only resistance that would be in here is this bearish order block. So this bearish order block could serve as a reason for price to come back below these lows. I want to see if the market will be showing that today. So these are the two scenarios. High resistance area right here. So we could either be coming towards these lows, or we could be breaking through, trade higher, back into all-time highs. To open up, I want to see if we are showing some willingness to seek out these highs, clear this order block that we are currently trading in right now, and seek out the highs. As of right now, we're just seeing like a lot of consolidation, so nothing really jumping off the charts right now to give me an indication as to what could play out. So we're gonna be patient and we're gonna wait for the market to reveal its hand to us. Moving on to the S&P, we see the same thing. This current monthly candle is a down close candle, and it likely will close bearish if we don't get a pop within the next 2 days. But again, if we look at the quarterly, which is about to close, we see that we have a strong, impulsive, bullish candle, and so we'll be looking for some follow through in the third quarter. Third quarter is setting up to be a great trading quarter, great run again for the stock market. So this phase right here is just me I'm interpreting this as consolidation to where we can start seeing the market run higher once again. Here we have that same area of fair value that we seen in NASDAQ, serving as the the support here in ES as well. So we're gonna be looking for that. We want this area to stay. We want the market to expand away from this area, so it's currently inside of it. So we want to see some expansion away from it once again. If this area is the support or the floor for this market. Same thing we see, and we seen that here is that volume imbalance, and we have an instance where Dow, or excuse me, NASDAQ traded into that fair value area here, but ES did not. We look at this, right? We don't have ES trading into its area, so that is interesting. We are seeing ES trade higher. I want to see if it respects this red line right here, or if it trades through it, then that is a change in the direction. And with a change in direction, we could possibly start to see, ES start to trade higher. But it has to get through this bearish order block that is currently at right now too. So if it does want to come below these lows, it needs to respect this bearish order block here for lower prices. We have, so we'll be watching for that in the open. And already the price action is showing me that we could be looking to come higher. Do have the equal lows here, or the equal highs rather, here inside of this 4-hour fair value gap. We've already seen a lot of support, or resistance rather, support for lower prices. So I want to see if I think that order block is not a valid order block. Just looking at the delivery and price right now, I want to see if price can get above these highs here, and then maybe start to trade lower if it is bearish. So as you can see, it's already above its previous day's high. You have NASDAQ as well as already above, or no, not yet. NASDAQ has not taken its previous day's high just yet, and the Dow also has not taken its previous day's high just yet. We do see the Dow trading higher though. I want to see if we can get back above its all-time high that it made last week. I think that the move will be the low resisted liquidity run. You see a lot of wicks here in the Dow and in Russell, so it's allowing for the run to happen, the move to happen higher in NASDAQ, and let me take off this as well, in NASDAQ and ES. So those will be the markets that we'll be paying attention to. Here in gold, All right, with moving on to gold. You see that gold is already making its move back lower. We want to see whether this weekly open gap will serve as the reason for price to continue to trade lower. So on the lower time frame, this will be June 15th to June 22nd weekly opening gap. I want to see if that will be the reason for price to continue to expand lower. Looking for this low here. We can get back below that low. My idea is to clean up some of this buy side imbalance here in this area. So we could see gold coming back into the 39, 3800s, 37, 3700s. We look at the quarterly chart for gold. We see that we're going to get a down close candle. And then we could see some, see if we get a consecutive down close candle down into this area. We do have the bottom of the range here, the range low here. And obviously obviously the quarterly high will be the range high, so we do have some price action to kind of fill in this within this range, so we could start seeing the gold come over. But that would not make sense for the decoupling or the relationship rather between the dollar and gold. You know, when gold is coming lower, we'll typically see the dollar going higher, or dollar going lower, gold going higher. So that is another thing that is concerning. We had this old level of liquidity that was just taken, so we could possibly see some building back. You know, we've been selling off for the last few weeks, so we could see some building back into this range, this down move before we do start to get another phase of price lower. That'll be in line with the dollar coming lower for next quarter, gold trading higher for the quarter, so we'll see. But yeah, for this week I want to see whether, you know, we respect this area where sell side was just taken last week and then start to trade higher off of it. But we do have the fact that silver has not taken that same low just yet, and we don't have any SMT just yet, right? Price will need to trade it back up into 69.41 in order for this SMT, which is this low, was not taken. Silver making a higher low, while gold make a lower low. I want to see if silver will show that it wants to move back towards this 69.260 level, or if it wants to continue to seek this low out. We look at the monthly on silver. You see that silver this is a very bearish candle. I would like to see the next candle follow through with the bearish candle as well, so we could see that run on that low, and silver will get even more. Silver's value will decline even more. So this is an interesting spot. You look on the 3 month, we coming right back into that. So that buy side and balance, sell side inefficiency. All signs point to this low being traded to the market structure, the order flow, especially after here. Looks like the flow is coming back towards these lows, so we'll be waiting for that. If that is the case, oil has been on the decline, and then with that Middle East situation over between Iran, or you know, wrapping up between Iran and the United States, we could see oil come even lower again, possibly. We have this low here, which will be the next low that we will be looking for oil to take out. $67.48. Looking at the monthly, see we got a very bearish candle here, and price is almost to the volume imbalance at 65.71. So a lot of confluence in this area to say that we could be coming even lower inside of oil. There's no reason for it to be pushing higher now for the most part. So we could possibly see it come into this March open and give us a bounce there, but we're going for lower prices in oil. GU and GBP. We had last week GBP take out its previous quarter's low. Now we're seeing it trade higher. If it does trade back into here, I want to see it come in and then tank a little lower. So, but we are in a consolidation. This is the next low that we will be looking for, and if it is in fact still bearish, we have the euro has already taken out that low. So, and with the quarterly low just being traded to, we want to be a little bit more conservative as to what we will be looking for next. Dollar is close to its high that we want to see taken out, so we just waiting to see whether the foreign currencies will continue to sell off, or we start seeing some retracement here in these markets as well. And Bitcoin, still looking for that 49,000. This level here. I want to see what it's making its way currently. We're just waiting for it to continue to fall through. And those are the markets. Got about 3.5 minutes until the stocks open up, the stock market opens up. moving to the downside. All right, so we are open. We have a run below London's lows so far. Getting a crazy sell in. So we have some S&Ts right now. NASDAQ is the only one that has taken its low out, London's low, while ES and YM has not taken their low. We have the highs coming in at 892 on NASDAQ, and we have Dow or ES already above its high. So retracement right now. Again, the idea is that we want to see whether the market will. So we have Dow has traded above its previous day's high. We have ES has traded above its previous day's high, and I want to see whether Nasdaq can show some willingness to start to trade back higher. If we can get back above the mean threshold of this, I'll be looking to take an entry. It's looking good so far. Here we go, now closure. Now we all from need is for it to come back in. Buy it there. I anticipate that to stay open. The idea is that we're looking for the run above previous day's high now. Now 2 to 1 will be at 29,805. I'll look to take off 3. I'll look to take off 2 actually. We'll take off 4 here. pretty much right here at the high. So we just gotten that run into our level. So now we want to continue to watch price make its move. Sell stop is going break even now. And again, the target that we are looking for is today's high, or yesterday's high rather. And there's what we will sell. I think I'll add one more to here. We'll buy one more there. Stop loss will be just below this low here. And if it takes us out, it takes us out, but we pay for this. Now I'm gonna move my stop to break even, as I don't want to see the market come back to this. We got about 2 more minutes to the close on this candle, so I'll leave it and then wait for the next candle to close. Possibly could be getting taken out of this this move here. And we still going. There's our stop. So still up. Again, we waiting for that move into previous day's high. Then I'm gonna take this buy again. 720. Stop this below this low. Good reaction off that. Look to sell one. Let's see if we get our run into that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be out on both of these. So now we take our long tool and place it there. See what this is. Yep, it's another 2 to 1. I'm gonna add one more. I'll be out of all 3, moving my stop to previous day's open, as I don't want to see it come back below there. It's a good run in NASDAQ today, how we caught outline before it happened. Wanted to see price trade a little higher. Also took an option trade in Invesco QQQ, got in on calls. So we're gonna ride this run higher. About 7 minutes until the next 4-hour candle opens. Right now, this is the market clean run today. And get our getting stopped. Looks as though we could be getting stopped. Let's see it up from here. There's our stop. So we got NASDAQ currently back below its daily open. And I'm not liking this move lower. Currently bouncing off a midnight open. We got about 2 minutes left till the next 4-hour candle opens. still see the market as being bullish. So we're gonna wait to see whether we can get that move back above into the range and take out that high. We have we do have it trading into that order block, and as you can see, it's not respecting it as of right now, or it is respecting it rather, especially with that move lower. But other than this strong candle here, trading both sides, we don't have any indication that price is ready to go bearish just yet. Still just a lot of consolidation right now. It's just going to continue to go. So we are going to position ourselves now for a short, which we probably will not get for a second. This is ugly. See if the market has a reason to trade back above this shaded area right here. This looks like it could be coming back for these lows here. Then get ready to sell our long contract or call. See what we get. What do we get? What do we get here? think we can now sell our call. Shit. I'm gonna look to go short. Want to see one more run back above this high here. See if we can get that. Okay, so getting some expansion higher. Again, we're still looking to go short. You are getting a significant pullback on this hourly candle here, but I just think that's a retracement for it to come back lower. This 15-minute candle is a significant retracement though. So Dow currently has the strength. So I want to see if Dow make his move back above. Make his move back above this high here. This will be the last trade for the day. We got faked out. Call still should be good. To get back above this high. See if we can get that run. This is what we're looking for. This is what we in Dow right now. I'm gonna move my stop up a little more to this low here at 52.56.1. That was a good fake out though. You know, I want to add something to this position. Oh, I'm tweaking out. Move my stop up a little more. Down to this 52.575. Almost there, got our run. Just need to pump it one more time. We need to pump it one more time. No, I should have took it off here. We'll break even, so whatever. God, that's irritating. Give us that one more run. Give it one more run. us up, pump us up, pump us up. You got it. Good run. You got it. Pump us higher. Pump us higher. That is irritating. That is it for me.